everybody, it's Lori Guest here, and I want to introduce you to Brian Barnhart. He is the incoming president of the PAIU, which is an organization across the state of Pennsylvania that serves educators and children. And the reason I'm doing this video today is they did something I've never seen before. They did something that helps children with disabilities get a special bike with accommodations. But I was so moved by the experience, so I asked if Brian would tell a little bit more about the bikes and how you got them in the hands of those special children.
Right, so we partnered with a group called Variety in Pittsburgh who provide these bikes for kids, accommodations. They're about $1,800 a bike. And so we put a challenge to our folks while they were here over the past 3 days. How much money could we raise in support? So we wanted to raise like enough to get 2 bikes. So last night we had a special event, and a Monte Carlo night, and during the course of the night we interrupted people and reminded them that they have hearts full of grace and souls generated by love, and they want to make a difference for kids. And we exceeded our 3,600. I mean, people gave graciously. We hit a 10,000 mark and kept right on going. This morning we just unveiled, we raised over $14,000 for kids in Pennsylvania.
And Brian, I love how you did it. Up on the screen, a big red screen came up, and he told everybody, look, I want to show you how much you guys raised last night. And they showed the digits going from the end. So the 8 came up first, then the 5, and then whatever the small digits were, and then all of a sudden a 4, and then a 1. Is that right?
Right.
So $14,000. But then the best part of the whole thing is I just was so moved. You brought kids in to put on the bikes. I'm going to show I'll throw in some pictures of it as we're talking, but tell them about that part.
So we have the children and the families that are local to the area, and these are folks who are probably underprivileged a little and have kids with the needs, so they were here, and we did a bike parade with the children riding their brand new bikes in front of the audience. So standing ovation of the workers from across the Commonwealth.
Oh my gosh, I was so moved. And then they give the mic to one of the moms, and they let her express her feeling, and she could hardly get through it, that her daughter gets to ride a bike now with the stepbrother. And I was just so moved. And the man who introduced you or was doing kind of emceeing the program, he was saying that you had seen this at another event, and he complimented you, Brian, and I want to do that too. He said that you're thinking with your heart. And a lot of times when we're faced with tough budgets and everything that you deal with in the organization that you're in, the industry you're in, sometimes we have to think with our heads. But in this case, you figured out how to think with your heart and get everybody else to chip in with their hearts. And the idea that, like, how many more kids are going to get these bikes?
So about 10 students are going to be served with bikes or with adaptive strollers, or they provide voices, voice iPad-like devices to provide voices for children who don't have one.
It was so moving. I have to tell you, I do a lot of events, Brian. I do this full-time across the country. I go to a lot of this kind of stuff. And I don't know the last time that I was glad that the video they did and the tribute to the kids was after my speech, because, I mean, mascara's gone.
Right.
A privilege to be here.
Thanks
and
so
what
much.
A great organization.
Thank
Thanks for taking
Thank
some
you.
time. Hey, everybody check this out. I got links below that tells you about their organization and, more importantly, what you can do to help more kids like this get bikes in their hands.